bashimane ba kereke ba hetana more than ba lefatshe. Yeah, no, I feel like, when someone is, I will say to Ogi, even if he rolls his eyes, that baby, you must be the prize. You are the prize. Even your virginity. No, they are not taught that your virginity is important. When we walked in, I was like, who is this guy? But anyway, I was able to be like, Dumelang, welcome back to my channel. Guess who is here?
Nice.
The queen herself, the one, I even know her dance move. Welcome. And you remember I was saying that when you don't do it, I'm like, how equal guy, I'm so used to it. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to have a fun tech. I like the title, The Happily Married YouTube Tech. And I was saying, I don't know if you find this, like, sometimes it's not easy for us to say, I am happily married.
Not sometimes, all the time.
And also society make us feel bad. Like, I was talking...
happy. You can't be happy in marriage. It's like, what home?
Or what pretender. Yes. Like, there is no way. They will go and dig. And I was saying this, that, sometimes for a long time, I couldn't say my husband. Like, I couldn't say my husband. I felt like, Okari, I'm showing off because that is how people will make you feel. But funny enough, people will be posting their boyfriends, even a new one, and the latest.
Njolo is fine, but marriage content is like looked down on, which doesn't make sense for me.
I love. So, Kitten Twaki, Niza Bay.
Hi, guys.
So, okay. I think I'm just going to go into the question. We are going to answer the same question. Okay. Did you date much before you met your husband?
Must I answer?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I honestly did. I did date before I met him. 2 serious relationships. Two serious relationships. Because I've always been a relationship type of a girl from a young age. I dated one guy for a long time. I think I was as young as 22 for 7+ years before him. And then after that, I dated another one just before him. Also for, I think, 3 years. Then I met my husband.
Now I had one serious boyfriend. And we dated for how long? Hey, Batu. I think we dated for maybe 2 or 3 years because by the time I finished at varsity, the following year, I met my husband. And funny thing, I used to feel bad now I don't have like a long list when I was talking to other people because it felt like Ugaragini experience. So when
which is how it should be, because in my case it wasn't. But I'm mentioning these 2 because for me those are my like those were still a relationship.
No, but for me I felt bad. So what I will do when people are sharing their stories, I won't mention the name. So I'll talk as if I'm talking about different people. So that at least the one sorry, I've been in the streets. I know what's happening. So that's very funny. Eh?
That's very funny. But for me it should be, and not that I'm shaming anyone.
No, I get you.
It should be that way. I don't see the point of
because and also especially for us as women, because we get so involved, then we are heartbreaks and we start preparing. We think we are getting married.
And for men it's so different. So different.
So number 2, did online dating exist and would you have used it?
Back in the day, did it exist? No. Well, I think it did, but it wasn't
so popular.
It wasn't what it is today. And I probably actually have.
Oh.
When it started, in a group chat, when there's group thing, there was a group thing, I think, on email. And I met a guy online. I was like, I don't remember what it was, guys. Please comment down below if you remember what that thing was called.
Yeah, please do.
But there was a thing, and then a dating thing, and then I met this guy. He's he's Xhosa, based in London. We were in love. Every day I would go to school. We had a computer room. I would go there to log in just so I could chat to him. We didn't even speak on the phone. Was a
instead of going to the computer lab to do homework and assignments, girl was there. So I haven't, and no, I haven't, and I think then because me and technology, I was a late bloomer to technology because I did not even have Mixit. Remember Mixit?
I remember Mixit.
I did not have it. I remember when BlackBerry was the thing. What was that?
BM.
Yeah, I wasn't even part of it. So, Mara, I like that people now have the option to date online and meet new people.
It's the way now. Going forward, our children will not date normally.
Sometimes I worry.
Sad. Yeah.
Yeah, because we need to see each other.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where do you think is a great place to meet a guy?
You answer first.
Sure. Funny thing, ne? Yeah. I go to church. I love church and everything. But funny thing, I should be saying go to church. Mara, I do not recommend them.
You don't?
No, not for I do not recommend them. I just feel like there's so much expectation. And you feel like sometimes bashimari bakreke bahetana more than balefas.
Balefas?
Yeah. No, I feel like, when someone is hating you and they are quoting the Bible,
it's worse.
Yeah, because also it affects their relationship with God. So, I don't know. I don't know, meet them somewhere. I don't know. Casual places. Yeah. But church, I think, no. Yeah, for now. And it's so weird because I should be saying people should go to church to meet. Mara, the track record so far for me.
It says otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like some guys go there for the wrong reasons, and then women will come expecting, because this person knows God, he's going to treat me better. So even when they are not treating them well, they will continue holding on. Yeah. So I don't know, go somewhere else. Exactly, men of God. Yeah.
I hear you. I think I would recommend places that you like, things that you enjoy doing. For example, if you like hiking, I think it's a perfect place to.
Do men go hiking?
Men. They do. These days they do. Yeah, they just do actually. Yeah. But maybe it's more partners instead of just them doing it as a guy thing. But they do, because last week at the gym we had a hiking thing and it was run by a guy and he had lots of guys going there. Yeah, so maybe at places that you like, but also like at ordinary places, like at a bar, your local regular restaurant. That's where you are most likely to meet.
And also at Woolworths, according to Twitter. They say you must go to Woolworths. The one in Senten. Don't say I don't plug you.
I love that. I didn't even know that.
I saw it on Twitter. What qualities would you tell single ladies to look for? For me, someone who's kind, someone who knows who they are, and someone who's not threatened by your light. Because
that's so important.
Yeah, so I think someone who's secure on who they are. When I met my husband, I struggled at the beginning because he was not clingy, he was not the jealous type, he was not the where are you going, what are you doing, what. So sometimes I felt like this guy has
so you had to unlearn that.
Exactly. Yeah. So someone who's secure in who they are, that is big for me. And someone who's kind. We deserve kindness.
That's so true. Wow. I'm saying wow because that kindness is also my number one.
Yeah.
A person can love you but be unkind to you. But kindness is also number one. I 100% agree with Joey. And what else you should look out for? His background, family background. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about how he relates with his mother, his sister, his cousins, especially the female side of his family, because you are female, but also how he relates to his father. What kind of relationship does he have with his father? I think for me that's the number one important thing. And it's important because that is now going to be your family should you guys end up being married or just being serious, because not everyone wants to get married, right? Yeah. But that's what you should look out for. For me, I always say to my sister, that's exactly how I made a decision that this guy's going to be my husband based on that.
I love that. Yeah. And I think it's something I considered with my husband. Yeah. And at the beginning, I used to complain because he was so close to his family. Mara, when I reflected, I was like, but isn't that what you want? Someone who's going to be close to you and when we have kids and everything. So that's a good point. I love it. What dating advice will you give to your daughter?
Yeah, that's so big.
Yeah, ne? So enough for us is to be selfish. is to be a bit selfish.
And I love that, Joy. Please expand, because I watched something similar.
Yeah, because
I love that.
and I think I said it when we did our live on Instagram that men are naturally okay with putting themselves first. It is something in them. Even when you read the Bible, you see it. Adam, Abraham was willing to let another guy sleep with his wife. His wife, so that he can be okay. So it means that it's been there. It's not starting now. So women, we are natural nurturers.
Yeah.
We find it easy to take care of everyone else. So I want my child. I want Asa.
And we are not taught to be selfish, and I think it needs to be taught to us, because
it doesn't come
we are.
naturally. So that's what I want for her.
Yeah.
I want her to know that she's a priority. I want her to be like, it's okay. Because one thing about us, when we need to show up, we will show up. No one needs to convince us. That is why we start marrying someone after one day, because we are naturals.
We are.
Yeah.
I think I would advise, I would say, dating advice, I would say there's no need to date many people or sleep around. Absolutely no need.
I love that.
That, for me, that's my number one.
And I think I love that you are saying that point, because now, for me, I used to say that it's okay to date, but then I will come back and say, for us, unfortunately, dating, it means also being intimate physically.
Yes, yeah. And you can end up kissing so many guys. For me, it's not just about being intimate and sexual, also kissing, holding hands, all those things. Guys, I know maybe it's a big conversation and it can upset a lot of people. But because of my personal experience, I dated, and I look back now and I'm like, not that it's a regret, but I'm like, I don't think I should have done that. It wasn't necessary.
No,
what did it do for me when I was, as a young girl or a young woman? It did absolutely nothing. So for that reason,
And sometimes we are not even ready for it, especially as girls. Like that is why for my organization, I always say, if we can win the boy child, we do not need to tell the girl child to abstain, because girls, we are always saying we are going to abstain until a boy comes and say, "Mara Joby, baby, don't you love me?" So if the boy child can feel like I need to abstain, then we have won the war. So the problem right now is that we are expecting girls to remain pure, but no one is saying to the boys that you need to remain pure. So I will say to Ogi, even if he rolls his eyes, that baby, you must be the prize. You are the prize. Even your virginity. They are not taught that your virginity is important. We make it seem like the girl's virginity is the one that's important, and the boys one. Yeah. So I always say, you must say no. Please. Exactly.
But
I love it. So how did you meet and how old were you?
We met at the gym.
I love that story, guys. So if you are like me, you don't like going to the gym and you are still single, go to the gym.
The gym is actually the right place to meet your person. We met at the gym, and I think I was how old? In my 30, early 30s. I think 30, because I turned 30. In my early 30s when we met.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I'm 40 now. I don't know. In my early 30s.
I think now I was 22, because I had Okio, guys. We were so fast. I'm like, Nerea guy. Because, he was not there when I turned 21. Then I met him when I was 22. And 23, I was pregnant. It's a lot. Where did we meet? He came to our varsity. There was a company he was working for there, so there was a workshop, and he came after when we were on lunch. And to be honest, when he walked in, I was like, "Who is this guy?" But anyway, I was able to be like, "Okay, it's fine." Then that's how we met. We were filling these forms, so I always say to him, "You stole my number." So I didn't give him my number. He took my number from the forms.
Copy Act.
Copy Act was not there. But now I'm like, thank God there was no Copy Act, because linyalo nilito tsamaya. Did you play Hard to Get? I will start. My husband will say I did. But it wasn't intentional. So he will ask me out like for breakfast. I was not used to that. I did not grow up like that. I did not see guys who ask you out for the breakfast.
So what did you think when he asked you for?
No, I will go, but I was so insecure because I was not exposed to that world, you know. So he will order something and you can see where he's comfortable. Then now I will always say juice. I will never eat. I never ate, guys. Yo, I will be so hungry.
Joey, that's so funny, but that's so real, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, because I was from Limpopo,
Yeah.
Kobilabela, like poverty is all I knew. So Nikisa eats, hold on a fucking knife, like feel like yo, quiz that guy. And my husband was already working then. So he was very confident when he was ordering.
And it's normal for him. It's like,
yeah,
what's
like
the
when
big
it,
deal?
like man, you guys, I did not know where to start. That is why if you are a parent, please expose your kids to this thing,
so
especially girl kids, because you don't want them to be impressed because a guy bought them in 50 rand. You can afford to expose them to. So yeah, so he will say I played hard to get, and also it's because I had a boyfriend
when you met him.
Yeah, and the way like he tricked me. But I'm not complaining because he said we are going to talk about the workshop. He just needs feedback. So we were, and he was asking about the workshop, and we were talking about it.
So it was very strategic.
Yeah, but after like maybe 3 or 4 outings, I was like, "You've never asked me if I have a boyfriend," and he said, "Because I don't want to know." And I said, "Okay, and I want you to know I do have one." You know, I think I was starting to feel guilty. Then later on, he called me. He was like, "Okay, that question actually I wanted to know, but I don't want to leave."
Wow.
Shapile someone casting.
Justin.
No matter how much but that person wins his conversation for another day.
I love how you stand up for your band.
Yeah, so did you play hard to get?
No, I didn't play hard to get because I think it was mutual. Yeah.
And I think the age also plays a role.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. At that time, I was looking, but I wasn't looking. But I was looking. I was like, I'm looking. But what made it nice after I found out was that he has been eyeing me for a long time.
Oh, no.
But he was intimidated, very intimidated, until I made eye contact and it's like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
So I didn't play hard to get.
No, I love that. Did you know he was the one right away? Did he know? So with me, he knew. Like from the beginning, he was very intentional in saying that he wants marriage. After like he was talking to my mom over the phone, and I'm trying to make him a secret because my mouth is all like that. So he will be like, "When are we bringing the cows, Mama?" So Mama, who's that? Like he didn't want to be hidden, and his mom actually called me. I shared that with my sister-in-law in one of our videos. His mom called me before I even met her. She was like, "Hi, you're talking to Mama. Who's Mama? I know my mom's voice." Like, no, Mama Google. Oh, okay. So the sister, I met them. And I asked my sister-in-law, "How did you feel? You even met me?" She was like, "No, it was the first time we saw him actually telling us about someone. So we were interested." Okay.
Who is this girl? That's
so he knew. I did not know. But I think it was my insecurities and my childhood trauma of not trusting men, having an absent father. So he was too good to be true for me. I couldn't believe
this does not exist.
No, I was like, this guy, over to break up, I also call him Bobo. But she might never Joburg, I never. But eventually I came around.
He didn't know, neither did I. Yeah, because I think when we dated, he was still with someone. I was also still with someone. But with me, it wasn't really like a his was more like a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So,
hey, Luna, I get sometimes if your person is married to someone else. I do not recommend it, babe.
I don't
guys.
recommend it also.
Yeah.
But when that's what I dated, it's not like we're both married.
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
get you.
Yeah.
No.
But I don't, so then we dated, I think, but it wasn't, we both, I also didn't think that.
Yeah.
But when I met him, I knew that now the guy that I'm dating, I want to get married to the guy, but I didn't instantly know that this is the guy. No.
Okay. What qualities did your husband love about you when you were first dating? Mara, this one, it needs him to say.
To say it, nah?
Yeah.
Because I don't
because
think I can confidently answer truthfully. I'll probably just make it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we'll skip that one.
Yeah.
Did you have a timeline for marriage in your mind before you got married?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you did?
I did. And it came up in our marriage later when we would fight sometimes. It's like, yeah, but Mina, I didn't really want to get married at your timeline. Maybe you had timeline. That's like, I feel like time is running out. You know the society thing, you know?
Yeah.
And when you reflect honestly with yourself, it's like, it was wrong. I probably shouldn't have, But it wasn't like marry me or leave.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
I get
like,
you.
Where is this relationship going?
But I feel also you need to have that because sometimes guys don't mind.
10 years, babes.
Like I will always get shocked when I see people and now they are old and they're like, we've been together for 30 years. I'm like, guys, what were you waiting for?
I will never say anything until he says something.
No, so now for I feel it's important. So I did not have timelines at the beginning because he was very clear. And in night, I wasn't sure if I want to get married or not. But then after we were dating, I was like, okay, this is it. We are getting married. But looking back, this one is complicated.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we hurry things. I think what you're saying about society and the pressure, we could have waited and sorted ourselves out.
Yeah. Or just dated.
Yeah.
Just, someone that, I get.
So, but ki society, society,
society. Society, exactly. So can we do better, please, guys?
Yeah. Okay. How did your parents influence the kind of marriage you wanted?
Mine was how do they influence negatively? Yeah, because their marriage was very unhealthy. It was an abusive marriage. So I definitely knew from a very young age that she's never gonna work. And I've never actually been in an abusive relationship.
That's good.
Never.
It should be
the standard. So that's how they influenced it. I knew that I don't want to marry a man like my father. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think for me, my father, he's the one who made me feel that I don't want to get married because I did not trust that good men exist.
Yeah.
So I almost, I almost missed out on a good guy because of him not being there. Yeah. So I think that is how it influenced the kind of marriage. And I remember when we started dating, there was a conversation, it was a mini fight, and my husband was like, no, but I'm not your father. And I was like, how rude. But after when I reflected, I realized that I was punishing him for things that
had nothing
to do with him. Yeah. What did you love most about your wedding? It was cheap, mine. Like, I was so happy, guys. So we had a traditional wedding back home. Then the second day was here. It was so cheap on my side. I did not have any debt. I was so happy. Like, people could not understand how happy I was. So I did not have a white wedding and I'm okay with it. I don't have any regrets. All I wanted was for us to share our vows before our family and God. And that's what I got. So I was very happy. I didn't have any regrets. So it was very cost effective. And knowing me, it made sense.
So you as a little girl, you never dreamt of having like a...
You remember I said I didn't even want to get married. The plan for me, I never dreamt about getting married. The plan was to have lots of money. That was me. So marriage was like, God was like, no, Manaka, the icing on top, let me give you. And I was like, okay, I can't say no. And funny thing, on our wedding day, so I actually used my engagement ring. We did not have money to buy a ring because Habi wanted to change it. So we just took it so that they can polish it. I used it. He didn't have a ring. We bought a ring for like 5 rand or 10 rand. And I was so happy. Like there was no, I think it's because it's what I shared before.
Yeah.
Material things do not faze me. I will always go.
You're not that,
Yeah, so I was not worried. My mom was stressed because I did not have alcohol. My mom was like, oh, even some of my colleagues were like, we are not coming because there's no alcohol. I was like, guys, you being there is just a bonus. As long as me and my husband are there, we are fine. You don't need to. Niggly too much. But I'm happy. I don't regret. If you can do a small one, do it. If you want a big one and you have the resources, go for it. Yeah.
And it's so funny, our experience is exactly the same.
Yeah.
We also had a cheap wedding because, guys, we didn't even have debt. We music a stock fail. I always tell my cousins that, guys, to be quite honest, I don't even think we went over 100,000. I don't even think we spent over 80,000. If 100 means it's a lot, it's reaching.
Yeah, like maybe,
We also didn't have free alcohol. No, we didn't have free alcohol because we didn't have the money for free alcohol. We had a traditional wedding as well, not a white wedding. But I was very intentional about it from the onset. I've never wanted a white wedding. My sister was a white wedding girl. Personally, even our invitations, I just wanted everything to go about Buntu, to be national, to be black. Our wedding invitations were in Setswana and Sexhosa.
Oh, nice.
We wore traditional. If it was up to me, at my wedding, they would have spoken in their mother tongue, but because it's too different, we mixed it. But yeah, it was a very affordable wedding, and I'm also very happy about it. But what I want to do is have like a different celebration for our anniversary, like our 10th year anniversary.
Yeah.
Not a white wedding, but like a more expensive celebration.
No, I understand.
Yeah, because I'm also not a party person. I've never had like a party, but just to celebrate the marriage, I'd like to have something.
That's
also.
Please start planning it, because I thought for our 10-year anniversary, I'm going to do something. And it didn't happen because I just spoke about it, but I did not budget or intentionally. And because I wanted something that involves the 3 kids. Maybe we'll have it for 15 years. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Is the first year of marriage really the hardest?
Do they say that?
Yeah, the question is, I get married the honeymoon.
The first 5 years.
Yeah.
You can make you the first 5.
I think no, guys, now I was happy. Like, I understand now.
That's what I'm like.
Like, I was happy. I was in the honeymoon phase. And I think also because there was no debt to worry about. Because I think sometimes the thing that makes people angry is because now the reality that so now I was happy, like so I don't know what you are talking about.
Me too, the first year smooth, happy. I loved it.
Yeah, and also we stayed together before we got married. So
same.
It was an easy transition. I think for me as a Christian, I was more at peace because I didn't feel like I'm living in sin. Because before that, I felt as much as we did that traditional thing, but because we never exchanged the vows, I felt like, I'm sinning. What advice do you give newlywed couple?
Maybe it's cliche or deep, but just make sure that your marriage is under God.
Yeah.
And just pray.
Yeah.
Make it a thing. Make it a thing. I think that solves a lot of, and we take it for granted.
No,
I think that protects us
too much.
Immensely.
Too much.
For me, that's my advice.
Yeah, I think now my advice is that prioritize the both of you. You know, sometimes we get into marriage and we want to make sure that everyone else is fine, the family, the in-laws, and then you forget the person that you are married to. Yeah. So now and my husband from the beginning was like, as long as you're not really sharp, everyone else will adjust.
And also, besides that, if you're not really sharp, everything is almost like things fall into place. It happens naturally.
Exactly. Yeah. So because I think sometimes we forget that, you know. Monna ga o kgathetse a o monake o checkile mother-in-law, but your husband is not okay.
Yeah.
So sheba motho wa hao, girl.
Sheba motho wa hao, baby.
You are there for motho wa hao. The last one, if you are religious, how has your faith influenced your marriage? Yeah, I think for me, what I said that at the beginning, the joining of us in church, it really helped me, like my commitment. And also when I'm angry with him, I used to say I don't read the Bible because it will say I must forgive him. So he must thank Jesus because he will remind me. And funny enough, this year, our pastor, he's been really helping me to understand my husband because he was speaking about how God created men to work. So it is natural for men to work. There are other things they are learning, they're being romantic and spending time, but work. That was the instruction God gave Adam at the beginning. So it helped me to understand my man for why he's working so hard and I don't understand. So he's been helping him. I'm like, okay, that's it. Yeah, I remember you said you are not.
No, we are not. Both of us are not really. Religious.
Yeah,
we're not.
No. Do you want to answer or you are fine?
No, I think I'm fine because my answer is going to be complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't want complicated things.
Don't.
No, thank you so much for watching until so far. Let us know which common things do we have, or what was like, I wonder about that one. I really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it. It was so smooth.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and after you are done with this, you must go to Niza's channel to see the other side. It won't be part 2. It will be a different topic.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.